Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive that's, well, kind of shiny, to be honest. This one's brought to you by the Morss Global Finance Podcast team, and today we're digging into gold money.
Sounds valuable.
I'm John, and I'm here with Tiffany, our finance expert.
Hey, everyone.
Now, we're guessing some of you out there are thinking about gold as an investment right now, and you're probably wondering, is gold money the right platform for me?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Well, good news is the Morss Global Finance team has done a ton of research, and we're going to break it all down for you
We're talking security, fees, the whole 9 yards.
so you can make a smart decision.
Especially with so much going on in the economy these days, it makes sense to be looking at gold.
It really does. People want stability, something they can trust.
Exactly.
So first things first, what is gold money? I mean, for a lot of us, we're used to banks, the usual stuff.
Yep.
Precious metals can feel a bit, different.
It is different, but think of gold money like a modern-day vault, but just for your gold, silver, platinum, those kinds of precious metals.
So you're not storing cash there.
Nope, strictly precious metals.
Got it.
And they've been around for ages, over 20 years.
Wow, that's a while.
Plus, they're publicly traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange. That's got to count for something, right?
Add some credibility for sure.
Exactly. And the big thing is they handle everything. Buying, selling, storing, all designed to give you, the investor, peace of mind.
That peace of mind is priceless, seriously.
Tell me about it.
So they've got the vault, the buying and selling. But is this just for, millionaires?
Yeah.
What's the minimum investment got to be?
Actually, you can get started with a surprisingly small amount. Think 1 gram of gold.
Really? Just 1 gram? That's way more accessible than I thought.
Yeah, they're trying to make it work for everyone, not just the super wealthy.
I like that. So let's talk safety, because if I'm putting my money in gold, I want to know it's actually, safe.
Yeah.
From our research, gold money seems pretty serious about security, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. One thing that jumped out was they mentioned KPMG audits.
KPMG,
Yeah.
as in the big accounting firm.
Yep, that's the one. Independent experts making sure everything's above board. They also talk about using all sorts of advanced technology to keep your accounts safe.
Okay, that's reassuring. And what about the metals themselves? How do we know we're getting the real deal?
That's another thing they emphasize. Top quality, certified metals, no exceptions. They're not messing around with shady sources or anything like that.
So we've got a solid company, a focus on security. They even have a Gold IRA program, which, wow, that could be huge for retirement planning.
Definitely something to consider.
But now we got to look at what everyone's really interested in, customer reviews. And things get a little interesting here.
You could say that.
On the one hand, you've got sites like Trustpilot raving about them, a plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. It's like they're doing something right.
For sure. Those are strong indicators they're committed to keeping their customers happy.
But then you've got sites like SiteJabber,
Yeah.
and let's just say folks aren't quite as thrilled there. Some are downright unhappy.
Yeah, there's definitely a mixed bag of opinions out there.
It's like we're talking about two different companies. How do we make sense of these wildly different experiences?
It's a good question, and I think it comes down to different priorities and experiences. Like, a lot of the long-term customers, they seem really happy with gold money.
Makes sense. They've stuck with them for a reason.
Exactly. They rave about the service, the storage fees, the peace of mind that comes with knowing their investment is safe and sound.
That long-term stability is appealing, especially now.
Absolutely.
But then you've got the other side of the coin. Complaints about inactivity fees.
Which, yeah, can be a pain if you're not constantly buying or selling.
And some people have even recorded trouble getting their money OUT.
Right, we got to acknowledge that. Withdrawals shouldn't be a headache.
So it's not all sunshine and rainbows, clearly.
Not exactly. But it's important to look deeper, too. Maybe some of those negative reviews are from people who didn't fully grasp the fee structure before signing up, or maybe they hit a snag with a temporary technical glitch. It's tough to say without knowing the full story. It's like with anything, you really got to do your homework, right?
Right. Read that fine print. Make sure you understand the deal.
And that's really where we hope this deep dive helps you out. We're laying it all out, all those nitty-gritty details so you can make a smart choice.
Exactly. So let's get down to it. Pros and cons, the stuff everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
What really stood out to you about gold money as we were going through all this research?
Well, one of the things that impressed me was the different ways you can fund your account.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
You can even use cryptocurrency.
Seriously, crypto to buy gold. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty innovative. Shows they're not stuck in the past. keeping up with the times.
Exactly. This isn't your grandma's gold vault, right?
Not at all.
And I also noticed they have a lot of educational resources. Like, they really want you to understand how this whole precious metals thing works.
Yeah, they do a good job of that. It's not just give us your money and good luck, you know?
Right. They actually want you to be informed, which I like.
And another plus is their storage options.
What do you mean?
You can choose to have your gold stored in vaults all over the world.
Whoa, seriously?
Yep. Talk about diversifying.
Okay. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. But we got to talk about the downsides too, right? Got to be honest with our listeners. What are some of the cons potential investors should keep in mind?
Well, like with any financial platform, you've got to factor in the fees.
Ah, right. Those pesky fees.
And Goldmoney IS upfront about their fee structure, which is good.
Transparency is key for sure.
But their fees tend to be a little higher than some of their competitors.
Oh, that's something to think about for sure.
Yeah.
Fees can really add up over time. Anything else stand out?
Honestly, I found the platform a bit, basic. I don't know if basic is the right word.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're a really techie investor, someone who loves to dive deep into data and have all those fancy features, you might find it a little underwhelming.
Ah, so maybe not the best fit for everyone then.
Right, but for someone who's just starting out, that simplicity could actually be a good thing. Less intimidating, you know?
True, true. So we've got fees and maybe a bit of a simple interface. Anything else on the con list?
Well, one thing that bothered me a bit was the lack of price transparency upfront.
What do you mean by that?
Like, you can't see the exact prices for gold, silver, platinum until you actually create an account.
Oh, so you have to go through that whole onboarding thing just to see the prices.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hurdle if you're just browsing, comparing different options.
Right, you want to be able to do some quick comparison shopping.
Exactly. It makes it harder to do that.
Okay, I see what you mean. But maybe they have their reasons, who knows?
I'm sure they do. But it's definitely something to be aware of.
All right, so let's recap for our listeners thinking about gold money. We've got the security, the accessibility, that global reach we talked about. Plus, they seem pretty committed to education. But on the flip side, the fees might be a bit higher than some other platforms. The interface might be a bit basic for some folks. And you can't see those exact prices until you create an account. So how does someone weigh all this and figure out if gold money is right for them?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And honestly, it comes down to you. What are your investment goals? What's your risk tolerance? What are your priorities?
Right. We can't answer those questions for you.
Nope. That's all you. And are you okay with the potential downsides?
Because no investment is perfect.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked pros, cons, all that good stuff. But let's address the big question, the one that's probably on everyone's mind. Is gold money legit? Can people trust them with their money?
That's the bottom line, right? And from everything we've seen, I'd say yes, they are a legitimate company.
Okay. Good to know.
They're publicly traded, they have those independent audits we talked about, and their storage facilities are top-notch security-wise.
That's reassuring. Because at the end of the day, you want to know your investment is safe, right?
Absolutely. But as we've said, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. What's a good fit for one person might not be right for another.
Right? It's all about finding that right match. Like, what are your goals? Your comfort level with technology, your investing style, all that plays a part.
It really is. It's almost like finding the right pair of shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
You wouldn't wear stilettos to go hiking.
And you wouldn't wear hiking boots to a fancy dinner. It's got to be the right tool for the job.
So to our listener who's really thinking hard about gold money, what's the one big piece of advice you'd give? What do they absolutely need to keep in mind?
Good question. I'd say don't just get caught up in the excitement, the promises of making a ton of money fast. Step back and think about the long game.
The long game, I like that. Gold can be amazing for your portfolio, helps you stay diversified, and can even protect you against inflation. But it's not some magic get-rich-quick thing.
It's not about striking it rich overnight.
Nope, it's slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. Weathering those economic storms.
That's such an important point. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but smart investors, they're thinking long-term.
Exactly. And thinking long-term means really understanding the platform you're using. We've dug deep into gold money, but this whole deep dive, it's really about giving you the tools to evaluate a NAY investing platform,
I love that. So even if someone decides gold money isn't right for them, they're walking away smarter, more informed, That's a win.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your money.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Mm.
Huge thanks to you, Tiffany, for taking us through all this gold money stuff. And of course, a big thank you to our listener for joining us on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure. Always love a good chat about finance.
And remember, folks, this is just the start. We've got tons of resources linked in the show notes if you want to learn even more about gold money or really any investment platform out there.
Do your homework.
Check out those review sites, Trustpilot, Better Business Bureau, SiteJabber. See what other people are saying, make your own informed choices. And hey, if there are any other questions you have, topics you want us to cover in future deep dives, let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
We're all ears.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep investing in your future.